Hello, hockey fans. Austin here, and welcome to the pregame report for the Edmonton Oilers and Vancouver Canucks Game 4. Back in Game 3 on Sunday, the Oilers fell behind in their series 2-1 off a pretty good performance from Artur Shilovs and timely scoring from the Vancouver Canucks. The Oilers' goaltending situation is fascinating to follow if you are on social media as an Oilers fan. It does sound like Calvin Pickard is going to be getting the start tonight. I will be discussing that a little bit further in this video. And hopefully Calvin Pickard can really hold the fort. The Oilers, if they lose, they go down 3-1 and have to win 3 straight games in order to make it to the next round. If they tie this series up, they have a chance to go into Vancouver and possibly take a 3-2 series lead. But we can't look that far as Oilers fans. We have to just live in the moment. And the moment right now calls for evening up this series. Doesn't matter how you get it done. Get this series tied at 2 and make this a best of 3 instead of a best of 7 at this point. Now, friendly reminder, I will be live streaming the game tonight, so if you've been tuning into the live streams and you've had a blast, I hope to see you there again. If you have not tuned into one of the live streams quite yet, they are so much fun. I highly encourage you to join at some point tonight. I will be live streaming at 7:30 p.m. Mountain. I will leave a link to that live stream in the description below. You can click on it, hit the little bell. That way you'll be notified when I do go live at 7:30. And of course, if you like all my playoff content, you want more pregame reports, postgame recaps, news videos, and of course, live streams, just make sure you hit that like button. All right, now let's move into the projected lineup. Now, this is not actually the projected lineup. This is the lineup that I would personally roll with. I kind of mentioned this on my day after discussion video, how I would change the lines going into Game 4. There's some players that just have not been getting the job done and probably need to sit, and there's some players that I would like to see in the lineup, and this is not official. This is not what Kris Knoblauch is going to be doing. I just want to put that note right now. This is what I would do personally. And I will also give you my logic. So Nugent-Hopkins with McDavid and Hyman. Well, that line, that trio, that was one of the best lines in the entire NHL for several months this season. I would go back to that. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has not been effective at even strength at all in the playoffs, not just against Vancouver. He didn't really have much going at 5-on-5 against the Kings either. And you need to split McDavid and Draisaitl up. You can't play them together, and you can't play them for 30 minutes a night together. It is unsustainable. This team needs more from more players, and you have to split Draisaitl. Now, if you're going, well, Draisaitl's not 100%, you have to play him with McDavid to shelter him. If Draisaitl can play 30 minutes like he did the other night, he's probably healthy enough to center his own line. I'm just going to put that out there. Now, line 2, I would have Ryan McLeod with Leon Draisaitl and Warren Foegele. Ryan McLeod is a very defensive-conscious player, and he's very good away from the puck. However, this line earlier in the season, they were absolutely dynamite. They killed everyone they went up against. McLeod, Draisaitl, and Foegele, I would love to see them reunited just to see if you can get Foegele going and Ryan McLeod. McLeod has 0 goals in the playoffs. I think he has 0 assists, too. Warren Foegele only has 1 goal, and that was an empty netter in Game 1 against LA. I would like to see if that can spark both those players and also keep Draisaitl, his production going as well. Third line, I would go Evander Kane, Dylan Holloway at center, and Raphael Lavoie. Now, why would Lavoie even enter the lineup? How would he push anyone down the lineup? Why is he on the third line? Well, if you're playing Lavoie, you're not giving him fourth line minutes. Look at young players like in Dallas. They don't get fourth line minutes. If you want to see what you have with your young player, give them a chance on that third line. Dylan Holloway and Raph Lavoie, they have that chemistry. They have that Bakersfield connection. That's why I would keep them together. And then Evander Kane, hopefully he can take advantage of maybe the third and fourth lines on the Canucks and get his goal scoring back. He has been kind of snake bitten. He's hit a couple posts, but I find Evander Kane has been with it. And I think him, Kane, and Lavoie, Kane and Holloway, are just physical menaces out there. Holloway has the speed and skill to create space and get the puck to people. Lavoie, he's a shooter. All he does is shoot. He's a volume shooter. He will shoot from anywhere on the ice. And if you're the Oilers, you do need more shots towards Artur Shilovs, and you need people driving the paint. And I think Kane, Holloway, and Lavoie would be a great line. Fourth line, I would run with Janmark, Gagne, and Perry. So probably don't want Gagne and Perry on the same line regularly just because of foot speed being an issue. But Sam Gagne, I would love to see him in front of the home ice crowd in a playoff game. I think that would just spark the guys. The Oilers drafted him back in 2007. Just to be able to witness this as a fan, I would love to see that. Gagne deserves to play playoff action with this team. I would like to see him inserted into this lineup. Janmark we're keeping in the lineup because he has been very good on the penalty kill, and I find that his play in the bottom six is a lot better than when he was put up with McDavid on the top line back in game one. And if Henrique's good to go, you can maybe take Corey Perry out and play Adam Henrique instead. Like, that's just the situation right now. Corey Perry has not produced anything of substance. Him and McLeod are, I don't even want to say they're snake bitten. Corey Perry more than McLeod. At least Corey Perry has been around that blue paint. He did have that really good opportunity that Shelov's managed to get his glove on. They did review it. The puck was determined to not have crossed the line, or at least there was not enough evidence to support that. So these are kind of the lines that I would go with, assuming that Henrique is still not healthy. And go from there. Now, on defense, I would keep Ekholm and Bouchard together, obviously. Kulak, Desharnais, you keep them together. And then I would insert Broberg and Stetcher, and I would completely remove Nurse and Ceci from this lineup. There's going to be a lot of people be like, well, you can't have $9.25 million just sitting in the press box. Yes, you can. If you want to win the Stanley Cup, do what it takes. This is the game where you make adjustments, you change some things up. You do not make significant lineup adjustments if you go down 3-1 in the series. Try something new. Give players an opportunity. I want to see what Broberg and Stetcher have. Nurse and Ceci have not been cutting it. And you can say, well, a lot of the goals aren't Nurse and Ceci's fault. No, they're not. But if you look at all the advanced metrics, Nurse and Ceci are not contributing in any positive metric towards helping this team win right now. They have been absolutely abysmal. This is the third straight playoff season in a row that Nurse and Ceci have been awful. And I do not want to see them together in this lineup tonight. If Kris Knoblauch and Paul Coffey decide to play Nurse and Ceci together again tonight, I am going to absolutely lose it. I am going to rip my hair out. I'm going to go crazy. I will turn into the Joker on the live stream tonight. I swear. You will see me draw a big old smile, clown smile on my face. Enough with Nurse and Ceci. At the end of the day, I don't think this is anywhere close to what the lineups are going to be for Kris Knoblauch. This is just my own personal opinion. Of course, the healthy scratches would be Carrick, Ryan, and Brown. Sorry, Brown. I know it's hard to play and get into a groove when you're only given 6 or 7 minutes in a game. And Derek Ryan, again, I don't think, they haven't necessarily played poorly, but you need a spark, you need a switch. I would like to see it switched up a little bit. And of course, as I mentioned in the intro, Calvin Pickard is projected to get the start tonight. And for the Oilers, if you win, great. You've tied the series at 2, run with Pickard. If you lose, well, at least you tried something different. You can go back to Skinner. Stuart Skinner, since the salary cap era started in 05-06, he has the worst save percentage of any starting goaltender with a minimum of 20 games. And that's just horrifying. And he actually has the worst save percentage of any starting goaltender in the playoffs, minimum 20 games played, other than, I think, Dan Cloutier. I think him and Dan Cloutier are pretty close in how bad their save percentages are. Pretty funny. Dan Cloutier was a Vancouver Canucks. So Stuart Skinner's struggles have been very well documented, very publicized. He was very humble in his media availability yesterday. I do expect Calvin Pickard to get the start tonight. Give him an opportunity. He was the backup this season. He deserves this opportunity. Jack Campbell's a non-starter. I don't want anyone even suggesting Jack Campbell. He's with the Black Aces. And he is only available if you have injuries to either Pickard or Skinner at this point. So Calvin Pickard, let's see if the team can rally in front of him. Let's see if they can continue to play pretty decent in front of him, limit those high-danger chances, limit the silly mistakes that lead to high-danger opportunities, and let's see if Calvin Pickard can make a save or two more than Stuart Skinner has, all right? Now, I know this is kind of dragging, but let's get into the pregame numbers here. For the Oilers, they are 5-3. Their expected goals for percentage has climbed to 9th. They are at 49.50%. Power play remains first, 46.4%. Penalty kill remains second, 85.7%. It's actually dropped below the New York Rangers, I believe, now. So their penalty kill is finally coming down to earth a little bit. Edmonton scores 4.13 goals per game, which ranks first. They give up 3.13 goals against per game, which ranks 10th. Their team save percentage in these playoffs is 11th at 87.86%. And their team shooting percentage has actually dropped to second at 13.25%. If you're the Vancouver Canucks, your expected goals for percentage is now 7th. It's at 51.40%. Power play has bumped up a little bit to 22.7%, which ranks 10th. Penalty kill has dropped to 6th, which is at 80%. Goals for per game, 2.78, which ranks 9th. Goals against per game, 2.56, which ranks 6th. Save percentage, team save percentage is 90.50%, which ranks 6th. And their team shooting percentage has actually overtaken the Oilers. They're now at 13.74% on their shooting percentage, which ranks first. The Vancouver Canucks PDO right now is sitting at about a 105. The Oilers are at a 101. You expect some kind of regression from Vancouver the longer they go in the playoffs. A lot of this is unsustainable. I am curious to see if, the Oilers are able to capitalize and make Artur Shilov's life a little bit more miserable tonight. However, with the lineup changes that I projected and with Calvin Pickard starting, and there's a lot of variables and a lot of, uncertainty here, my player to watch is going to be Calvin Pickard. Now, for Oilers fans watching, I am truly, truly sorry, but my score prediction is 4-3 Canucks in regulation. The Oilers obviously have the talent. They have the ability to get the job done. But Vancouver keeps proving to everyone why that they are in this position, why they have a chance to go up 3-1 in this series. And, with Calvin Pickard in net, it is uncertain. The Oilers do seem to be a little bit snake-bitten. And if Kris Knoblauch continues to play Draisaitl and McDavid 30 minutes a night and on the same line, and he doesn't try and spread out his scoring, and if the Oilers continue to not get the depth that they need and only rely on the power play, the series could get ugly. It's going to be 3-1 Canucks at the end of the night if this prediction holds up. I'm going 4-3 Canucks. Player to watch, Calvin Pickard. Hopefully he can step up and get the job done for Edmonton. That's all for me in my pregame report, a little bit longer than they usually are. If you're still watching up to this point, I want to thank you so much. Your support has meant the world to me. We're actually really climbing in the subscriber count right now, which is unbelievable. I can actually quickly take a look. Yeah, 2,340 people are in or have subscribed to the channel. We were at about 2,100 before the series even started, so we've gained almost 300 subscribers. I cannot thank everyone enough. Your support has truly meant the world to me, so thank you again. If you like this video, make sure you hit like. If you really like to, make sure you hit subscribe. Let me know all of your pregame thoughts in the comment section below. Give me your game day prediction in the comment section below as well. And we'll see if Edmonton can win the game tonight. And hopefully Calvin Pickard can play strong for Edmonton if he does indeed start. Take care, Oil Country. Let's go, Oilers.